Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same five-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Alabama will get the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horses in the locker room to win games like this. This could be the momentum shift they need.
Grab behind the line. It's Riley. Open space at the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Takes a handoff. It's Hill. Got enough space. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to the ground game on the left. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. Headed to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown LSU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pressure coming. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got a stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Trying to get the corner. open runway ahead. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that one.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is high-octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the 3rd down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking for the corner on the jet sweep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense was prepared, and I'm really impressed by the eye discipline right now. That's not easy to do. It's not easy to locate that receiver coming across in motion with good timing and getting the jet sweep, but they were ready for that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Feeling some heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a great stick by the defender. But how about this? Quarterbacks like a smooth pocket where they can step up, set their feet. That defense did not give him that. Hit him while he's throwing the football. Made it easy for the defender to run underneath it, create an interception.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Using the quick game. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Give to the running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Alabama pushing the tempo. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. A little screen to the running back. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hamilton. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try it over the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd down.
The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. Give to the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Got his man on the right. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down, and now they have to make a call.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting the run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. This is a designed run. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. On the move. Picks up the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They picked up a couple of first downs to start this drive, and now 1st and 10 from the 47. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Holstein. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires left. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitz.
Touchdown, Tigers! What a catch and run for 6. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do...
Gonna take a shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Holstein. Pocket starts to collapse. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Humps it downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield.
Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Trying to seal the edge on the right. At the 45 on its way. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
Looking for space. It's Durham. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
LSU now operating in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And nobody's been able to hold that Tiger as LSU builds its lead over Alabama.
And listen, both these teams knew coming into this one that the more physical team was going to get it done, David, and that's been the Tigers, right? On both sides of the ball. They have been dominating in this game.
And putting up points, too. When LSU gets their offense going, they are so hard to beat. Rivalry game, regular game, whatever it is, this offense is cooking.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. The big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Bama.
On second down, he'll fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, he thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get... Incompletion on third down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch, called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? On the option. Now the toss. He's out past the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Got his man quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
That's caught. It's Durham. Oh, look out. There he goes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Spits it out to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into. And when he caught it, making him feel you.
Back to pass. It's Holstein. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Middle Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Defensive linemen live to... quarterback to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
He's tackled at the 27. 3rd down coming.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Fires to the tight end. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, LSU 34, Alabama 6.
A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down.
29 Philly. 2-3.
He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 here. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming.
4th and 1. I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease. Pick up the first. Keep the drive alive.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
To the air, it's Mack. And the pass hits, picked off. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the Jets, making the big play.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
To the air, it's Mack. Swings it out to his running back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free back. Pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his man and they convert. The expressway is wide open. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kick it away.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Turns it on in midfield. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Line gets set, first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.